Today I want to share with you my recipe for my Trahanopita. Trahana is part pasta, part grain. Today I am using the sour Trahana, which is made with either buttermilk or yogurt. The regular Trahana, or the not sour version, is actually made with sheep's milk. So just something that's interesting. You can find this, don't panic where you're going to find this. You can find this at most international grocers or Greek groceries or shops that carry Greek products. 90% they will have this for sure, or you can buy it online at Amazon. So this is a very simple recipe. Takes no time. It is a naked or a crustless pita, which basically means there is no phyllo or puff pastry, and all you're doing is combining the filler and baking it off, which makes it a healthier option. So to start us off, first things first, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. I'm going to be using a fairly large bowl, and in this I'm going to be combining my liquid or wet ingredients. So for this recipe, I'm going to be using 5 eggs in total, 4 for the actual pita, and 1 to do the egg wash at the end. Perfect. My eggs are in. I'm going to be adding to this 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This recipe calls for 2.5 cups of milk. I'm going to add all my milk, except I'm going to hold back maybe a couple, 3 tablespoons of the milk for my egg wash. So that's perfect right there. I'm going to be adding a little bit of pepper. I like pepper. This next ingredient is completely optional, but it does work for me. I like a little bit of a kick to my pitas. I'm going to be using a little bit of chili flake. You don't like it, you don't have to use it. That's my preference. And a couple, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Actually closer to about a 1/4 cup. So at this point, I'm just going to grab my whisk. I got this drawer that's full of like crap. And just start mixing this in, beating up your eggs. The next part, cheese. I'm using 300 grams of cheese. I'm using 150 grams of feta, can't forget of the feta, and 150 grams of caseri. Caseri is a sheep's milk cheese. If you can find it, that's great. If you can't, you could always use mozzarella, you could always use Gruyere, something sharp or along those lines. Now, I'm crumbling in my feta here, and I want chunks. I don't want these tiny little minuscule pieces. That's not what this is about. As well, I'm also going to grab a knife here, and real quick, I'm going to cube up my caseri. So my caseri is going in there. And along with this, I'm using 3 cups of all-purpose flour is going to go into my mix. Now, I'm pretty much done with my whisk. I'm just going to get a little spatula and just start folding it in and combining to make a nice batter. Nothing complicated at all. If you notice as well, I haven't added any salt. There's plenty of salt in the cheese, so you don't want to go too overboard on that. It's going to make it too salty. Now, as we're mixing our pita, time to add our star ingredient, which is the trahana. And for this, I am going to be using about 1/2 cup. Let me just open that up here. That's perfect. Just give that a little spread in there. This is absolutely fantastic. I love recipes like these. So simple. All you do is give everything a mix and you bake it off, literally. That's all there is to it. You want to make sure that all your flour is incorporated and all the ingredients are evenly mixed in this. which pretty much looks like it is. All right, so my batter is done, or my pita is done. Let me just throw in a little bit of my Greek extra virgin olive oil in my pan and just kind of grease it up. Nothing worse than having like your pita stick. Time to throw in our pita mix. Give this a quick little setup there. And this is ready to go. I'm just going to take my 1 egg that's left. I'm just going to throw it in here. Give this a real quick mix. We're not going to brush this on, by the way. We're just going to slowly pour it over. Now this is ready to be fired, and I couldn't be happier. This is going to go into our 400-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Once the top becomes nice golden and brown, you'll be ready to go. This is being out of the oven for about half an hour. I let this kind of sit and rest and compose itself, and it is absolutely perfect. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, my favorite part. Time to cut into this and see what we've done and take it from there. So I'm just going to cut fairly small pieces in this, and that way, you know, people can take seconds if they want. I can tell already cutting into this is already like a very hearty, very, very hearty and dense pita. Oh yeah, look at this. Absolutely glorious. My trahana has cooked. The chunks of the cheese are all inside. You can see them, they're still intact. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not even going to go in it with a fork. I'm just going to attack it the way it is. I hope you guys try this. It's a very, very easy, basically one pot recipe. You mix in one bowl, you bake it off in a pan, and you are absolutely done. This is a very exciting recipe, and I really do hope you try it. So that's it for this episode on my quick and easy Trahanopita. It took under an hour, 45 minutes to bake, maybe 5-10 minutes to actually put together, and you have an excellent meal, an appetizer, perfect for a potluck. Serve this up for dinner with a nice side Greek salad. You're perfect. For this recipe and many others, check me out online as well at kensgreektable.com. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Keep cooking, and as always, much love. Bye for now.